she's not alright, I'm not alright. Nothing is alright if she ain't alright.
Wicked or weakness, you gotta see this. Yeah.
What's up, YEAST squad? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anya and Rhymes with Kanye. So stop and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a story time about my worst yeast infection ever. It was my first time ever experiencing a yeast infection, okay? I was doing a show in Atlanta, and this was last summer. I was doing a show in Atlanta, and my throat was killing me. Like, my throat was killing me for the longest time, and like, I was singing on this terrible throat. I was doing everything you can imagine, speaking. Listen, y'all, I felt like I was gonna lose my whole throat. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, what's going on? After the show was over, I came back to Philly. Now, we had just started the school year, so I'm like, I'm gonna take advantage of this, and I'm going to go to my school's little health center to talk to them to see what's up with my throat, because I was scared as shit when I went to the bathroom and something said, why my lips look chapped? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I'm gonna oil them babies up real quick. Let me put some lotion on. Hold up. Rewind. So something said, look down your throat. So I opened my mouth, I looked down my throat, and when I tell you it was all this like white stuff in the back of my throat, it was ridiculous. Like, and I promise y'all, this has stuff to do with the yeast infection. Just let me tell y'all how I got to that. So I'm looking at the back of my throat, and I'm seeing I got all this white stuff. Whenever I put my tongue back there, it feel like something stabbing me, like crusty knives. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. It was like crusty knives stabbing at me in the back of my throat that were white. I was like, okay, I gotta go to the doctors, okay? Like, I can't just let this be prolonged and sit here and just think it'll get better, because I let my throat be like this for like a total of like a good 2.5 weeks. My throat stayed like this, and I didn't go to the doctor. Finally went to the doctors. They looked at the back of my throat and they're like, you have strep throat. I'm like, oh my god, I never got strep throat before. Oh my god. I was kind of freaking out a little bit, okay? Kind of freaking out. So after the fact, right, the lady gives me the medicine, and it's antibiotics. If you ever had strep throat before, you know that they give you antibiotics so that it can cure all of the stuff that you got going on down there. So she gives me the antibiotics, and then she also gives me another pill. She said most of the time when women get on antibiotics, they're prone to get yeast infections because you're taking away all the good probiotics out of your body by putting antibiotics in your body. So I'm like, okay, is there any way that I can avoid this? And she's like, you know, just drink not drink. You can eat a whole bunch of yogurt, you know, and just try to keep up with your body. See what, you know, just feel your body out, basically. Just feel it out. And I'm like, okay. And she said, but if you feel like you're going to get a yeast infection, you should definitely take these pills and it'll cure it. I shouldn't say pills. It was like one little pill thing, and I forgot what it was called, like flow something. So I was just, you know, I took the antibiotics. I was finally getting better. And then a couple days went by. And by a couple, it probably was a couple, like 2 days went by, and I felt like my throat was starting to actually get better, and it wasn't as stabby, and like I could speak a little better. And next thing you know, down there, I'm starting to feel this like crazy sensation. I mean, a lot of people say like it itches or like it burns or something like that. And to me, I wouldn't explain it as an itch, and I also wouldn't explain it as a burn. It was more of just like a very uncomfortable feel, highly uncomfortable. And it felt like, ooh, I'm just scratching, just thinking about this. It was like very uncomfortable, and like I could feel something going on that wasn't supposed to be going on. This is what I did, you guys. I took my handy dandy mirror, that like this one right here actually, that I used to like do my makeup and stuff. I took that mirror and I put it on the floor, and I like kind of tilted it up, and I was like looking down there to see what the hell was going on. Because I don't know, when stuff is, I don't know about y'all, when stuff is wrong with y'all vagina, if y'all just leave it alone or whatever, but when I feel like something's wrong down there, I always look down there. I always get a mirror or something something, and I'm like, you know, there and there just trying to see what's going on. I was noticing that it was like this like white stuff coming out from down there. And like, if you don't realize this video is a TMI video, then come on now, like this is a TMI video, and if you don't want to know what's going on in this video, you can skirt your way out of here, okay? Because women, we get discharged, but this was like a different kind of discharge. It was white. It was white. A lot of people were saying like yeast infections, you get like a cottage cheese or something like that kind of discharge. Mine wasn't super cottage cheesy. It was still kind of like, you know, liquidy, if you will, but it still was like not my normal discharge whatsoever, okay? I'm like, oh my God, is this what I think it is? Am I getting the yeast infection from these stupid ass antibiotics that I have to take to cure my damn throat? F it, I'm taking this pill because I want my baby to be good. Like, when she's not alright, I'm not alright. Nothing is alright if she ain't alright. I take the pill and I'm expecting it to work. Like, when you say you gonna give me some drug to cure something else and then something else happen, that's the other thing about medicine. How you gonna cure me of something and then it provokes something else? Like, so I was real upset though, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I was highly upset. And so I also went and got some, like, once I took that, I went and bought some hella yogurt. I'm eating this yogurt, and the thing was, I should have listened to the lady. She said eat yogurt while I'm on an antibiotic. I did not do that. So I'm over here eating hella yogurt, and I'm looking online at like remedies, stuff that I can use to like help me, because I'm not a medicine person. I don't really like medicine at all. So I'm like, what can I use that's homemade, that's like self-assured, that I can use? Okay, what I did was I looked up a whole bunch of stuff. They're talking about garlic and coconut oils and a whole bunch of other like remedies that you could do at home. Like, one of them was dipping a tampon in yogurt and putting it up there, and I was like, listen, Linda, listen. I'm not putting no food up there. That's just not gonna happen to me. Like, I'm not about that life. I already saw a horror story on the internet one of these days where a girl, she done put some stuff up there when she was being freaky with her boyfriend and ain't clean herself right, and they had maggots down there. I ain't having no maggots. That ain't gonna be me. What I did was I took my handy dandy coconut oil, and when I tell y'all, this jar done last me life. Like, it's crazy how long this jar has lasted me. But I took my handy dandy coconut oil and I literally put it up there and I like wiped it all around. But the thing was, before I put the coconut oil, I actually cleaned out my vagina really good. I made sure there was like no white stuff. And what I used, I didn't use a typical rag or washcloth. I actually used cotton balls. The same cotton balls you'll use to like wipe your nails. Like, cotton is very good for your vagina, and it's safe. That's why a lot of if you wear cotton underwear, it's very good for vaginal health. So I used the cotton swabs to clean out my vagina with my handy dandy mirror and watching everything go down, and cleaned it out. I cleaned it out really good to the point where my vagina was dry. And when it was dry, I put the coconut oil all around it and even on the opening of where my vagina was. I'm saying, when I say I'm putting it on my vagina, I'm putting it on the outer lips. I'm not really sticking it up in there. Like, nothing's going up in there. It's going around. And if anything does happen to go in there, I'm not panicking because it's coconut oil. Now, I did this every morning and night for like 3 to 4 days straight, okay? Whenever I felt like it was like I got another one of those sensations, like, oh my God, this is an uncomfortable sensation. And what's crazy is the uncomfortable sensation was coming from the damn white stuff. Like, I noticed that whatever the white stuff was touching was when my vagina was getting very, very irritated. And when I tell y'all, like, it's crazy like how people experience different kinds of pains. Like, to me, this was one of those pains where it was like, oh my God, like, I just want to, oh, like, y'all, I still had to go to school and everything. Like, I had to be normal as hell with this shit. Like, I had to pretend nothing was going on down there, okay? And it was crazy because I had to ride my bike to and from school every day. Imagine being on a fucking bike seat and you're going and you're riding, and that thing is just like hitting your vagina as you're riding your bike. That ain't good sensation, especially when I'm no yeast infection, girl. I was a mad person when I had this yeast infection. 4 days later, after I'm done, you know, doing all the little remedies that I got going on down there with the coconut oil, it actually helped me. I thoroughly believe that pill did squat for me, okay? Because I used the pill. I even waited a couple days after for the pill to take effect. Nothing happened. So I'm like, this is bull. So when I finally did the coconut remedy, that thing helped me. And I went to my school's nurse again because I was telling her what happened, like how I got like the yeast infection from the antibiotics and stuff like the doctors were telling me about. And she was trying to have me use some like creams and stuff, and she was like, oh, I don't think it's safe putting coconut oil down here or whatever. Ladies, I know doctors have went to school, or your school nurse has went to school to do like these things or whatever, but always be the judge of your body. You know what's good for your body. You know when your body's in distress. You know when your body is not normal. You know when your body is upset. Always listen to your body, okay? Because the doctors are not in your body. They're just telling you what they're reading from symptoms that you have, and then what they learned in a book, and blah, blase, blase, blah. So you guys, that is the story of my crazy ass yeast infection story. It was the most traumatizing moment of my life, and ever since that moment I've been like prone to getting more yeast infections. So I actually bought like probiotic pills, and I actually took some of the probiotic pills during that time I was taking using the coconut oil. I would take the probiotic pills, and they're kind of big capsules, and they're like the floaty kind, so you gotta shove that joint in the back of your throat and then swallow. Like, it's crazy, y'all, but I had to do what I had to do in order to get rid of that thing. And if I ever feel that feeling again, y'all, trust me, Anya goes to full panic mode, and she's like, where are my probiotic pills? Where the coconut oil? I don't play no game. I don't play no games when it comes to her, and you shouldn't play no games when it comes to her either. And now that this video has come to a close, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you in my next one. Peace.